In this video, we're going to look at how to use the New button in Google Drive. So if you're on your Google Drive here in the top left, there is this button that says New. So I'm just going to go over real fast over all of them, and then we'll come back and get into some of the details. So New, you can create a new folder in your Google Drive. Then you could choose to upload a single file from your computer or upload an entire folder from your computer. Then you have the option to create a Google Doc, Sheets, or Slides. And then there's this More button down here. And this is where I say Google is hiding all the good stuff, because then we have Google Forms, Google Drawings, Google My Maps, and Google Sites. And those are some pretty powerful tools in there as well. And then you can connect more apps here. There's lots of other programs that will connect through Google Drive and let you create new things. But yeah, so that's the basics of what you can do there. So I'm just going to go ahead and just create a folder for now. So in this case, I'm just going to name this 5 and make it about history. And so now I've created a new folder, and because I was on this section of my drive, when I click New, it added it to the page that I was on. So this is called the root of the drive. When you just click on My Drive, if I come into the folder, I'm not in the root anymore. I'm like inside of Math. If I click on My Drive, then I'm at the kind of the home base of the drive. Everything's there. So that's where it made that folder for me. I can do a file upload. So if I click on this, and then I come to my demo folder here, I can grab this math fractions worksheet in a PDF. Could be other file types as well. Could be Office or Microsoft Word or PowerPoint or something like that. But now I've just uploaded a PDF file, and again, because I was in the root, that's where it went. If I come into the history folder and do New, File Upload, and then come and grab this document, then it will put it in the folder that I'm in. So that's something to keep in mind as it does that. And then I can, click on these and then preview and view the PDF. And then as far as the folder upload, I can do New and then click on Folder Upload, and I can come in here and select an entire folder. So I'm going to go through to my demo folder again, and I'm just going to get this folder that's called Untitled folder, click on it, and click OK. And then it's going to upload that folder, the entire folder with the name of it there, and then all the files that are in it. So if I double click on it, there's still a few more pictures that are being loaded. This folder just had a bunch of pictures in it, but it got the folder, just kept the same name, and uploaded all my pictures there. So that is how you use the file upload and the folder upload. Now, like I was saying before, you can go ahead and create any of these document options that are here. If you just click on it right here, it will just create a new blank one. You can also hit the arrow and come out and pick a template. So when you pick a template, I'll just show that real quick. It takes you to this page where you could pick any of these pre-built templates. These are ones that apply to Westfield, and then these are more general, book reports or different things that you can choose as options as a template lesson plan or something like that. But in this case, I'm just going to click on it and click New, and then click Google Docs, and just load a completely blank document. And then let's say I'm just working with my students and I want them to make their lunch choices or do your homework or whatever I'm typing or telling students to do. It doesn't matter. I've created a document, and then just by creating it and starting typing and everything, it's actually automatically saved. So like in the past, you would have to click File, Save As in Microsoft Office, and it would let you save the Word document somewhere. This doesn't work that way. It automatically saves it. So a couple things. When you did the saving in the past, then it would ask you where you wanted to save it, and it would ask you to name it. This, since it's automatically saving, it's not asking you those questions. So the name of the document is this one up here called Untitled Document. Now I clicked on it, and it actually just grabbed this up here. But if I just come up here, I can name this whatever I want. And then now I've just typed in a name for the document, and then I can just close it. It's automatically saved. And then if I come back to this page, then I can see that document is right here. And again, because it was in this part of my drive when I started typing it, that's where it went to. Now what I can do is I can click on this and then drag it into any other certain folder if I want to move it as far as saving it goes. The other thing I could do is I could open it back up here, and while I'm still working on it, you can kind of think of this as more like kind of the save as type feature where you tell it where you want it to go. You click the folder for the move to, and then I'm going to go back and I'm just going to move it into this history folder that I created earlier, and then click move here. So that is how you can move your files around that way. You can either drag them when you're out here on this page. I can just click this and drag it out to my drive, and now that one shows up out here. Or you can do what I did before with coming in and clicking on this move to option. So that is kind of how that works. And then another thing to think about too is if you are, if you're kind of like using the same document over and over again or something, or you are taking notes that you are just using day to day and you don't really need to save those, what I would do is I would just make one file and I would just call it like scrap paper or something. And then that way, instead of coming in here and doing new and then Google Docs and then typing random stuff and then doing new and Google Docs, typing more random stuff, and then getting a bunch of untitled documents out here, now you just have this one where it's scrap paper, and if you type on it one day and the next day you just want to type some other information to show your students, you can just select it all and delete it and type what you have again. And then that way you can avoid all those untitled documents there. So that should help as well. Like I said, definitely make sure you check out some of the other interesting ones in here. Google Forms will let you create a new form where you can ask questions. And Google Drawings is also very powerful, where you can come in here and you just have kind of a blank canvas where you can insert pictures. You can search the web for pictures. And you can insert lines, you can insert shapes if I want to do that. And so so there's lots of options that you can do with Google Drawings in that regard. And again, same thing, it saved it as untitled, so I can come up here and change the name to soccer ball. And then I will just show again, if I go into any certain folder that I'm in and I come to the new option and then I choose to create a certain Google document, I click on this slides, then it does automatically create that file in the folder that I was in. So if I refresh here, it should show up. Maybe I have to add some, change the style or add some text. And there it is, untitled presentation, and name it text, that's fine. So that is just to remember, when if you want to create it automatically in a certain folder, just go to that folder and then click the new button and pick your file there. Now, if I wanted to delete stuff, if I'm on my home page here, I can just say, let's say I don't need that soccer ball thing that I made anymore. So I can just right click on it and then choose the remove button here, and then that sticks it into the trash can over here. Now, actually, the trash can, it will actually stay in the trash can forever unless you actually delete it from the trash can. So it's not like email where it goes away after 30 days of being in the trash can. It will just stay there forever. But you could come in if you really felt like you didn't want it to be around. You could come in here and delete it. But I mean, for the most part, I really never bother to do that. We have unlimited storage on Google Drive, so it doesn't really matter. But if you did want to clean up, you could come in here and just right click on all these files and then click remove, and they'll just go to the trash can, and then you won't have to see them in your drive anymore. But yeah, check out my other videos about kind of more tips as far as specifically organizing Google Drive. This one was mostly about using the new button in Google Drive.